Now, many of you know that this past week, when you look into the insurance registrations, we saw Nio having total registrations of 5,300, which out of that, 3,000 came from Nio models, whilst 2,300 came from the ONVO sub-brand. It was not that bad. It was a pretty good, decent figure. And yeah, man, I am very happy to be investing onto this stock. And like I said, there's so many of the new investors, including myself. I was expecting to see more, but that's what we got. And the good thing that I took away, or that many of the new investors took away from those insurance registration, is that when you look into ONVO's 2,300 insurance registration figure was the second highest ever since ONVO started with the deliveries, which is something that was great, something that was very exciting to see. Now, going to this week insurance registrations, personally, I am going with insurance registration of 6,000. I think this week we can see insurance registrations getting to 6,000, which 3,500 for Nio, hopefully, and 2,500 for the ONVO L60. When we get to see this, I will know that it's a sign to say that the total predictions or projections which I said we might see this January of delivering over 20,000, 25,000 for Nio might be coming to pass, because like I said, you know that I did say beginning of this month that I see Nio going to sell plus 25,000, which if they can get that, I think it will still be very good for Nio. If they can get their deliveries to be around that, it will be a good number for Nio, and therefore I think investors will take it, because it will be over 100% increase year over year, because last year in January Nio only had like 10,000 deliveries for January as a whole, and knowing that this year Nio is going to sell over or might sell over 25,000, it will represent a clear plus 150% increase year over year, which is something that is great, and it will show you the strength that Nio continues to present, or to show to us, to say that the Nio that we are seeing today, it's very much different from the Nio we saw last year in January, because the Nio for last year managed to sell 10,000 in January, and the Nio for this year is going to sell over 20,000 in January. Remember, January, a lot of people are not buying cars. Quite a number of people are thinking twice about buying cars. They are busy planning for the year, and if Nio can still produce plus 25 or around 25,000 right now in January, it will still be great. I'm telling you, it will be great, because anyways, you know that from the 28th to the 3rd of February, it will be Chinese New Year holiday, where there won't be activities happening around, meaning that if there will be like 4 days where Nio won't be selling any cars, and therefore that figure, the 25,000, it will be still a very good figure. I don't expect a lot of deliveries even from other EV cars, because of the holiday. However, you will know that Nio, it's preparing, because of its infrastructure. We can expect to see record-breaking swaps or battery swaps being completed per day. You will know that Nio is running a special on to the ONVO users, or those that buy ONVO, to say that during this holiday, from the 22nd, I think, to the 12th of February, all the highways battery swapping stations in China, the ONVO users will be swapping batteries for free. 22nd to the 12th of February, which will be so great, so amazing, and it's a good marketing strategy for Nio, because ONVO is a new brand, and I think people will still need to understand that they can still complete a swap, or even with an ONVO. It's not a Nio thing anymore. Even ONVO can go and complete a battery swap, which is something that is great, and something that of course will stimulate sales or bring in sales to Nio. So I am happy, man. I am excited, and yeah, 6,000, it's my figure. I know some people don't like me when I do videos like this, but I think it's fun, man, also to just make your predictions, make your projections, and see how that one unfolds. Last week's insurance registrations, yeah, it fell short from my predictions because I was expecting 7,000 and we saw 5,300, which was, of course, way pretty off from my predictions. But the other 2 weeks, I think it came as expected, which is something that is great, or that was great to for me to predict that close when it comes to insurance registrations. So this week, 6,000 is my number. We will see on Tuesday how it unfolds, or the kind of insurance registrations that our very own Nio and ONVO will have. The good thing is that, man, I cannot wait for April, May, because that is where we'll see even now Firefly forming part of the list, where Nio now will be having 3 brands that obviously when you talk about the insurance registrations, you will need to add all those brands to make a total figure for Nio, which will be so interesting, so amazing to see. I cannot wait, but all I can say is that we need to brace ourselves for that, and so many of the new investors are patiently waiting for that. So yeah, man, I am happy, I am excited. I think blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded. Share price wise, Nio might not be doing the most, but fundamentally, Nio continues to show its strength. Nio continues to show that it's here to stay. Nio continues to show that bankruptcy is not anywhere close to Nio. Nio is a company that is doing well, and it's a company which is set for greatness. We have got the best CEO in the world, or one of the best CEO running this company, and I trust him, man. I mean, the fact that he has showed us what Nio can be. I remember when he said there were going to be ONVO Firefly, so many of the people, you know that the code name for ONVO is Alps, right? There was Alps and Firefly. So many of the investors were, or some of the retail investors were complaining about this, but now we really see that it's working for Nio. It's working. It's working. All we need to do right now is to wait, let Nio cook, and hopefully Q4 of this year we see Nio reaching or getting to profitability, which will be so great and so amazing, and the short sellers are going to burn. So I am happy, I am excited. Blue sky is coming. A long term will win. And like I said, I know share price wise it might not be trading where we want it to, but we shall be rewarded with time. Those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. That's a showcase, man, because Nio is a company that is doing so well and it's set for greatness. That's all from me. I will see you on my next video. Blue sky is coming, and God bless you all.